Alright, in this video I'm going to give you a certain sort of brief about a tool called Pkg Config, which is used many places including inside Makefile. There are several places in AutoTool to assess the availability of some particular libraries related to specific packages and all this stuff. Okay, so this is certainly not going to be an exhaustive video. It is, as I said, I'll give you some sort of brief overview of it, so I'm hoping you'll get the best out of it. Okay, so without further ado, let me open a specific file. I have my notes, so let me open it. I have kept it somewhere. Here it is. Okay, so as I said, let me open up a terminal. Okay, so as I said, this is a tool which will allow to find out the libraries of a specific package, and the file it is looking for some designated path which are having an extension of .pc. The files are having an extension .pc. Okay, so it will read out the stuff from those files specific to that package and show you the result. Okay, to see it how it works, so let me look at the right hand side. Okay, I'm trying to enlarge the terminal section so you can see it. Okay, so you have to write pkg config as in the first section on the left hand side. I have mentioned to write variables pc underscore path, and then you have to give pkg config. Okay, if I have mistyped it, so I put okay. Pkg config variable pc path okay. If you do not understand this at this moment, during the course of it you'll come to know. I started with this intentionally. Okay, so you might not follow the syntax, but you will come to know about it. Okay, so all I write, it has a binary called pkg config. What is going on? I cannot type today, right? Misspelling. So anyway, so it has a binary called pkg config. I passed a variable argument with it. These are the variable, internal variable. I'm just going to expose it, the value. Okay, if I press enter, see, these are the path when pkg config run, it is going to generally search through this location where it look for .pc extension related files. .pc is an abbreviation of pkg config. Okay, in these two default location, whenever you run package config, either inside your make file or some other auto tool, if you wanted to generate config script, if you want to generate some other stuff, it will going to search through this default location by default. Okay, so you can see it has already discovered two locations: user live 64 package config and user share package config. Okay, so if I get a little glimpse of that user, so it's scrolled down, right? So you can see there are many files which are all having .pc extension. As I said to you, it is specifically looking for a package config file which ends up with a .pc extension, right? Okay, now there are other location. Let me do it again for you. So if I go the next location, user share package config, it has to, right? So both the location are having n number of files which are having .pc extension, right? Okay, fine. So let me go back. Now if I come here, my second point says how to set the package config path if not set already. Okay, so all you have to do, you have to follow the traditional way, like every other variable you set. How do you set it? This is yet another variable, system variable, right? Which is package underscore, look at my cursor is hovering on it, package underscore config underscore path. All right, so you have to set it like this: export package config path. All you have to do, you have to separate the file or directory path with a colon. Okay, so you can see from the, I'll show you again so you will come to understand it better. See, the path is separated with colon. You get it, right? So if you, for instance, if you install some software which is having a descriptive file about configuration which ends up with .pc and getting inflated or reside somewhere else on the system, not in these two locations, then you need to export and write this particular you see I highlighted the variable, right? You have to export this package config path, then you have to provide the path where your package is going to put the .pc file. If by default your package or application or script is not going to put the .pc file in those above two mentioned directories. Okay, now what will happen if you put that? So by default it is going to search on this particular these two files, right? user lib64 package config and user share package config, these two directories, right? If you add another directory, so it is going to search that particular directory first, then it will going to search in these two particular directories, okay, after that. So the path you are going to assign to the export package config path variable is going to be searched first, then it will going to be searched on the mentioned two directories. I hope I'm clear, right? Okay. So if I go here, so if you can easily find out what the binary is, right? Just it's a standard command, package config. You can see it resides on user bin and it has a man page in user location, right? Okay, so now in my next point, it is saying package config file typically have .pc extension, as I say to you time and again. Okay, so I have preached it many times, right, already, but I'm doing it so that it should get etched into your head, so you won't be getting confused in the future when you're dealing with it. Okay, so now my next point is, if you installed a program and which installed in a non-standard location, then you need to add those paths to the package config variable to help package config find them. I explicitly said few seconds back that by default it is going to look for a .pc file in two default location I shown to you, right? If you add another one, a non-standard one, where that is what I clearly written here, right? So it will, that directory is going to be searched first, then the default location is going to be searched. Okay, this is what it means. Okay, now you can see list all the directories where package config search. Okay, so package config probably searching some place, as you see. To show you that, if I write see, these are the packages in my system which is having I'm running it again. Okay, I should have run it with less, so the screen should not scroll. Okay, so there are several packages in my system, right? And those are the package who has a .pc extension file are getting enlisted here on the screen. If I scroll down, see this on your leftmost side of the screen, those are the package name, and on the right there is the explanation of the package. Okay, and all these packages are showing here because all of them have .pc file, which is quite a standard if you build your file with the auto tool, right? As simple as that. That's why these packages are getting enlisted here. Okay, so the command I ran, package config -- list -all, and I pipe it to less because otherwise it will scroll down all the stuff and bring to the end. Okay, so this one is that. Okay, I'm wildly hoping you are following me well. Okay, so again, it has written in precedence to added path like this. If you mention, say for instance, you haven't changed the environmental variable which I mentioned before, which is here, okay, and this variable, right? If you haven't changed this variable or adjusted it, now you want to pass along the command line with path and give the non-standard path where your package is going to put the .pc file. Okay, so this file, this directory path will be searched first, then the default location of the package config file. I've said it before, right? I'm saying it again. This directory is going to be searched first, then the default location. Okay, so the next point is that list all the package names. So let me show you. Package config list package names. Okay, so again I'm going to pipe it to less just to stop the scrolling on the screen. Okay, say it will show you only the package name which are having .pc file. Okay, so in the last command I enlisted all, which will provide you the description of this also on the right hand side. And this command, it will, as the command mentioned, it will only enlist the package which are having .pc file, only the names. You can see the names, package config list package names. It is explicit, right? So it will only going to show you the package name. That's what it does. Okay, okay, so get back to our point. Okay, so it says find out the package version. Say for instance, if I write package config and mod version, now I'm sitting on a Gen 2. I just pick out of my mind OpenRC, right? That's the init system, that's the stuff I'm running, right? So if I do like this with the help of the mod version flag or argument, so it will show like this. This is the version of the package mod RC is having. Likewise, in the last two command, you saw the packages enlisted on the screen, right? You can choose any of the packages and write package config hyphen mod version, then the package name. It will provide you the version of it. As simple as that, right? Okay, so here the next, so see the variables included in the package. Sometimes you get to curious about what are the variables the package defined internally. To find out that, you need to write package config, okay, and then print variable, and I'm again taking the same package because it is readily apparent to me you can take any package. I'm just sticking with a single package like my other videos, just to make the process has to be get cleared. It's not important which package. I'm trying to clear out the process. How do you get it, right? If you get it, that is good. Okay, so bringing up plethora of things doesn't make much of a sense. It might confuse your head. It certainly does to me. So I try to stick with a single thing so you'll get to understand the procedure and process. So it will help you to do better with that stuff. Okay, so if I write again, or probably if you are clever enough, you might be thinking, I'm running out of ideas, so I'm sticking with it. You might say that. I don't mind really if you say that. See, so these are the variable which OpenRC package internally defined. Okay, so these things, now it might strike you. What are the, as I said, what are the implication of this? The implication of this, as I said, mostly package config use inside the make file, or when you build or distribute your own package through AutoTool, AutoConf, AutoMake, right? Where you need to provide several macros which will get expanded during the process. If you make such a script or such an environment to build a particular package, then this program will come to fore and give you some sort of assistance to achieve something easily. You understand? This is a helper function. It is not supposed to be running like this, the way I am writing at this moment. It is possible I'm showing it that way just to clarify your understanding. But basically, it has been used behind the scene to make things easy for the program which is creating the stuff for you. I hope I'm clear enough, right? So on your right hand side pane, you can see there are few variable which is declared inside the OpenRC package. That's what I ran, print variables. Okay, now see, I have, look at the left pane. So it says how you can use it inside a make file, right? Here is a clear-cut example. It is calling a shell function, which is a make you inside a make file. You can call the shell function. You saw I write it on the command line, right? What we did in bash script, when we want to run something, I'm trying to relate it to, listen to that. So when we run something onto the command line, what we'll do run it in a subshell, right? sh-c, then within the quotation the command, right? So it is supposed to going to run it in a subshell and provide us the result. Likewise, inside your make file, the shell dialect, this shell word, will do the same thing with the package config. Okay, I'll show you more option later that it is calling a C flag with this particular library which is defined there. Look at the bottom line. It has been defined there, right, to get the exclusive libraries of that particular package. Okay, likewise, there are, say, if you're in an environment where your primary job or primary interest to make things with AutoTool, okay, like autoconf, automake, all this stuff. These directories will help you to get things done in a smooth manner, because you're certainly going to use the package config inside some sort of script, some sort of file, right? So this, if you set these environmental variables, as I explained it before, and as it is mentioned here clearly, if you fixed or assigned package config top build tier the value to set for the magic variable pc top build tier, which may appear in .pc files. If the environmental variable is not set, the default value top build tier will be used. Likewise, package config disable uninstalled. This allow compilation and linking against uninstalled package. Every make file has got an uninstall section, right? If this environmental variable is set, it disables set behavior. It just undoes the thing. Simple way. Likewise, there are other, it will also provide you the flags a package is required to build. Now the fun is that if there are several similar kind of flag, it will only provide you one similar kind of flags instead of three. If there is three, it will show you only one type, one flag in similar type, okay, and it will enlist you the flags the package required to build. It will be useful. Think about a situation, okay? It might not be apparent as yet, but if you put a little bit of thinking, you'll come to realize how beneficial it will be if you come to know what are the flags is required to build a certain set of package or certain set of app. It will help you immensely, right? So as you can, I put one line description for the environmental variable. You can say, right? So if you want to change the lib directory from the default one, then you have to set this environmental variable, right? So this is a wonderful tool. You might not have appreciated the way I probably telling you, because I'm giving a very, very high level view to you, okay? So I'm taking you to the place where you should see, right? So here is the web page, and it is clearly written, package config is a helper tool used when compiling applications and libraries. Okay, it helps you to insert the correct compiler options on the command line, so an application can use the example it is given with GCC, right? You can see it. Instead of mention the library location and the flags required, you can pass it like this. Okay, so you see where my cursor is moving, right? You can pass it like this. Okay, so it will eliminate the, in essence, it is basically dynamically find your file without you being hard-coded the stuff. Hard-coded some stuff might have other implication. Is better to left for a tool which can find it out for yourself, find it out for you in dynamic way, right? So you might visit this page. Okay, I'll give it in a description section below, so you can go through and find out more about it if you really want to know. There is a Git repo is there on GitLab. You can check that out too. If you really wanted to dig deep through, you can read through and find it out. Okay, as I said, I'm just giving you a very rudimentary high level stuff just to make you aware if you are already not. Most of the people who works in a computer industry, it's pretty ordinary bread and butter stuff for them. A lesser mortal like us who time to time look inside something and discover something that you know something, this is for them. If they don't know, they'll come to know. Okay, if any of the expert is out there, if I said something not aligned to your understanding or I misunderstood something, do let me know in the comment section. I would love to know from your side. Okay, so this is in brief. Okay, so this is in brief all about package config. There are other places I shown you where you can go to get look into the code and all this stuff. I gave you little bit of command line example which might give you a heads up or generate some sort of interest to you, so you can look through more and you probably find it more stuff which will be useful to you. There is a man page. If you do and sorry, now if you see, there is a man page for package config, right? You can go through. There are other flags options are there. If you spend a little bit of time and read through all this, I can tell you that the benefit might not be very apparent or quick, but in a long-term view, if you spend some time and try to understand why this is exist and why this use and where this is applicable, sooner or later you'll find it very handy. Okay, so there is a man page. You can go through it. You can find other flags which I haven't covered in this video. Okay, so I hope this will give you some sort of heads up and generate some sort of interest on you people. Okay, thanks for watching.